Come in,
Thank you.
please.
Good evening, sirs.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Have a seat, Abhimanyu.
Thank you, sir.
Now let us begin with your name. Abhimanyu is very famous name since Mahabharata.
Yes, sir.
And what was Abhimanyu's wife's name? Of course, you are unmarried, so we won't ask you that. What was the name of Abhimanyu's wife?
Sir, her name was Uttara.
Uttara. And sons?
Parikshit.
Parikshit. And Parikshit's son?
Sir, Janmejay.
Janmejay. Very good. Very good. You know how Parikshit died?
Yes, sir. He had a curse that after end of 7 days he will die. I'm not sure about the exact event that led to his death.
Nag Tachak was assigned to kill him, and he, in form of a small insect in an apple, made entry into king's palace.
Thank you, sir.
Come. Now, your father is assistant executive engineer. Which branch?
Sir, he worked in the Uttar Haryana Bijli Vitran Nigam.
Okay, so he is electrical engineer.
Yes, sir.
And you have also done engineering, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I'm a mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer. Okay. So what inspired you to appear for civil services? You have engineers galore in your house, in your home.
Yes, sir. Sir, during my graduation itself, when I thought about it seriously as to which career path I should choose, so I had this feeling to serve in a public sector organization. And the best medium for this, I believe, is the civil services, sir. Because I believe that the motive of a public service is ultimately to serve the country and its people. So that did drive me, sir.
Okay. What is shooting volleyball? Volleyball, I know.
Yes, sir.
What is shooting volleyball?
Sir, it's one of the variants of the conventional volleyball. It is mainly played in certain parts of North India and also Pakistan and Bangladesh. Sir, major difference is that it has 7 players, whereas in conventional we have 6 players. The second difference is that we have to cross over the ball to the other part of the net in one attempt in the shooting volleyball.
Okay.
Whereas
it's not that 2-3 exercise.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Now you were captain of university table tennis team. Who is now national table tennis champion?
Sir, he's Sharat Kamal Achanta.
Okay, good. Now let's come to your optionals. Not opted for Indian corporate law, not opted for information service, postal service, railway protection force service, but opted for railway management.
Yes, sir.
And it is 10th option. I don't know why it is 10th for you, but anyway. Now tell me, there was some major development in Maldives day before yesterday.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Sir, there was a brawl in their parliament that happened between the members of the ruling party and the opposition.
Why was that?
Sir, basically, the opposition parties, they were demanding that the cabinet ranks, they have not been approved by the parliament of Maldives, and they have been chosen by the executive action. So that was the major point of contention.
What type of government is in Maldives?
Sir, it's a presidential type of government.
Okay. Now, the second thing is, US has carried out some action. What was it?
Sir, it carried out certain missile strikes in parts of Iraq and Syria to target the militias that are being supported by Iran and that have recently carried out attack against the US base in Jordan.
And what is the reason behind delay in supplying Predator drones from America, which was agreed upon in June last year?
Sir, there were certain members of the Congress that were against the transfer of drones till the proper investigation into the alleged attempt to kill Gurpatwant Singh Pannu according to them, by the Indian government. So, pending that investigation, they said that we should stall the transfer of the drones to India.
Pakistan has again alleged that it was Indian Secret Service which has killed two Pakistanis. One Pakistani who, according to India, is terrorist, but they say it is a civilian, and he was a civilian and he was killed by India in secret operation.
Sir, this is just Pakistan's attempt to basically kind of name India for whatever is wrong is happening on their soil. It seems more like a pattern. First, the Canadian government used the same words. Like there is credible.
Yes. One, is Pakistan our enemy, or is India Pakistan's enemy?
Sir, we do not see any country as our enemy, especially when it is our neighbor. But Pakistan and many of its quarters, they swear India as an enemy. So I believe, sir, it is the nature with the Pakistan's polity that deem India as a major threat and an enemy. But we only believe that we need peaceful relations and also good ties with Pakistan.
My last question, is Imran Khan going to fight the election?
Sir, at the current juncture, I do not see that he is going to fight the elections, because there are repeated convictions happening, and which anyways they're not going to be kind of stalled by the upper court. And in that case, he cannot fight the elections. Yes.
Well, sir.
Abhimanyu,
Yes, sir.
you have been playing cricket, football, volleyball, table tennis, right? Quickly list some games which are played with the ball. All these are played with the ball.
Yes.
There are other games also which are played with the ball. Start listing.
Sir, tennis, basketball,
handball,
then sir, hockey, and sir, futsal,
squash.
Sir, I am not sure whether it's a ball or it's
a ball. Anyway,
thank you,
good.
sir.
See, in Haryana, the singing in the rural areas is different. What is it called?
Sir, the singing in the rural areas is the Ragini form of singing.
How Ragini is different from classical singing?
Sir,
what is special characteristics of Ragini?
Sir, I'm not sure about the special characteristics, but the lyrics part of Ragini, so that always has a social message.
Yes, that is a characteristic.
Yes, sir.
It is based on some stories.
Yes, sir.
And it gives a special message. That is Ragini.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you come from a place called Sonipat, right?
Yes, sir.
It is very close to Delhi.
Yes, sir.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of the city being very close to such a city like Bombay, Delhi? What are the advantages, what are the disadvantages?
Sir, first advantage that I see is the opportunities for education and employment that it offers to the people nearby. Second advantage is the proximity to the various means of transportation, like, sir, the Delhi railway station or the ISPT and the international airport. So, convenience for transportation. Third is also the infrastructure that is being developed at the NCR as part of the NCR Planning Board's recommendations. So that also helps in the growth of the region. And also the market that is provided by Delhi to the products of Sonipat, be it the agriculture or the processed products. So that also is one advantage. Now coming with the disadvantages of it, sir. First is the pollution levels of Sonipat has also grown very high because of its proximity to Delhi, because a lot of vehicular and industrial pollution is there. Second major challenge is the congestion issue, because sir, as the Delhi is expanding as a city, so a lot of people are also looking for avenues outside Delhi to settle. And also there is a lot of vehicles that are moving to and fro in the places. So that is also leading to a lot of congestion and traffic issues in Sonipat.
Okay. There is hardly any tourism in Haryana. Although government tried to open restaurants and rest houses based on names of birds and all that, but hardly any tourism. What should be? There are tourist places. There are places of historical importance. What should be done? What steps should be taken to promote tourism in Haryana?
Sir, I believe the first step should be, like government of Haryana was one of the pioneers to open a lot of resorts and tourist places. But sir, if we see in the 30-40 years down the line, their infrastructure remains stagnant. So first we need to make them state of the art, because many people are preferring 5-star facilities now, which unfortunately are not provided by the resorts. So upgrading to them to that level. Second, sir, somewhere we have fallen short of advertising our major regions. Like I would say, Kurukshetra happens to be one of the most significant religious sites in the country. Still, sir, the branding has not happened like we have had for Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh. So, sir, we need to advertise it more. We need to create a brand of it. Like I have not seen any advertisement of Haryana government like we see for incredible Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan in that regard. Third, sir, we need to develop certain new historical sites. Now, Rakigadi happens to be the biggest Harappan site, but still it is not as popular as what we see for Lothal or the other parts of the border like Mohenjo-daro. So we need to develop them and preserve them and also advertise them through various platforms, be it social media, newspapers, etc.
You are a mechanical engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about Industrial Revolution. Where it started, how it started, what happened, whatever you know about Industrial Revolution.
Sir, it started in the 18th century, in the middle of the 18th century. And it started with Britain. And the first things that came in as part of the Industrial Revolution was the newer machines. Like, sir, that automated such certain operations like the cotton ginny or the sewing machines and lathe machines. And second, sir, the newer kind of power generation methods like the steam power that was widely used after that, and a lot of coal-based power generation methods. Third was the newer technologies of industrial production, and also the mass production based technologies. So they were set in. And then, sir, after Britain, the rest of the Europe got in. And in the 19th century, mid-19th century, the US surpassed all of them in Industrial Revolution.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Abhimanyu, now you would be, I'm sure, joining civil services. Do you see at the moment, do you see India facing any problem, generally as a social problem or technological problem, or does some problem come to your mind India is facing at the moment?
Sir, in the domestic front or the international?
Generally in the social front, administrative front?
Yes, sir.
In the field of education, in the field of maybe employment, whatever that comes to your mind?
So the first problem that I feel still India is facing is the problem of poverty. Despite a lot of efforts, still we have a sizable population on the below the poverty line. Second also is the problem related to the agrarian distress. So still, sir, half of our population is directly or indirectly related to agriculture, but the value addition, the increasing income levels in agriculture is not to that level.
So in the budget, has there been some emphasis on taking care of the problem faced by the farmers or the cultivators or the rural laborers? Any idea?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recall at the moment that exact provisions in the budget for this regard.
I suggest that you look for the budget proposals. That would be important. One, and other thing that what you very rightly pointed out. I also see there is a problem of the cyber problem, cyber threat, and issues related to cyber.
Yes, sir.
Hacking, money being withdrawn fraudulently. So this is also a very serious problem that is being faced. And other flip side of this thing is that well, anyway, so now tell me, Gurgaon, Faridabad, Sonipat, they are all adjacent to Delhi, but they have developed in a far disproportionate manner.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you are aware. So what could be the regions of, on a comparative scale? Gurgaon, Faridabad, Sonipat, exactly almost close to Delhi, touching Delhi borders.
Sir, first coming to Faridabad. Now, Faridabad was touted to be the industrial hub for the even joint state of Punjab. So even before the partition of Haryana, industrial townships were established in Faridabad, and we still have certain tool-based industry and tractor-based industry, automobile-based industry there. But somewhere, sir, it was surpassed by Gurugram in the 70s and 80s, mainly because of the setting up of the Maruti Udyog in Gurugram, which kick-started the process of making it an industrial hub and also the services hub of the country. Because, sir, almost 400...
So do you think Maruti was the only factor that helped Gurugram develop faster than the Faridabad and the Sonipat?
Sir, Maruti was the pioneering factor, I believe, because it also...
Any other factor?
Sir, second factor was the proximity of the international airport towards Gurugram. And because many of the foreign companies wants to have close proximity with the major airport because they need to move to and fro. So that was one factor. Then setting up of the subsequent vendor farms of the Maruti, almost 400 vendor farms were established, which also further industrialized the Gurugram region.
Now, since God willing, you would get into the civil services, maybe IAS or IPS. IPS is apparently your second choice. So, if you go to any of the districts of Haryana, what are the typical problems you would face as a district magistrate? Because I'm minded that still in Haryana, the female-male ratio is still very low.
Yes, sir.
So would that come into your priority, or what priority areas you would focus on?
Sir, definitely the low sex ratio happens to be the major problem in most of the districts of Haryana. So that would be my first priority to tackle those issues because it's partly related to the law enforcement mechanism and also partly related to more awareness generation as to...
Any other issue?
Second issue I would see is the congestion issue. Now that is taking place in many districts of Haryana because they are fastly urbanizing.
Any other issue?
Third issue would be the skill development and income generation for the rural women.
Okay. Issues concerning school or the primary health care, are these issues in Haryana, any of the districts in Haryana, or this is all well taken care of?
Sir, as far as the accessibility is concerned, I believe that Haryana is doing quite well We have schools in even the remotest places. But still, sir, we need to move towards more quality education. So for that, teachers...
In healthcare?
Sir, healthcare still, when we happen to visit the public sector institutions in healthcare, sir, there is a shortage of doctors, medical staff.
Because in most of the parts of the country, to my mind, healthcare, school education, primary and middle school education, and the safety of women, these still continue to be a cause of serious concern. If the health and the education, if you feel it is well taken care of in Haryana, I would be happy.
Sir, the government is trying its level best, but still, sir, there is scope of improvement in both healthcare and education.
That is a diplomatic answer. I mean, you may just look into how is the national average, how is Haryana faring vis-a-vis the national average. That would be very nice. Jai Sahab.
Thank you, sir.
So, Abhimanyu, so what do you mean by anarcho-capitalism?
Sir, I've heard about it, but I'm currently unable to recollect its meaning.
All right. So, you might have heard about India-Middle East Economic Corridor.
Yes, sir.
So, what is it and how many countries are member of it?
Sir, basically, it's a corridor to promote trade between India, the Middle East, and Europe. So, it's a new proposed corridor to basically bypass the Suez Canal route, and it includes developing of port infrastructure, railway and road links. And the route is proposed from, it passes from India towards the Middle East through the sea. Then it enters UAE, Saudi Arabia, and from there it goes towards Jordan, Israel, and then it enters into the European territory from there, sir, through the Mediterranean route. So, sir, as far as the countries are concerned, India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, and I'm not sure about which European countries are part of it, but there are certain European countries, sir.
All right. Recently, the membership of BRICS have been increased. So, how many members have been added into BRICS and what is the current status of membership in BRICS?
Sir, from what I can recall, 5 new members have been added to the BRICS, namely Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Egypt, and Argentina. And now its composition is has increased to 10.
All right. So that's wrong. They have added 6 new members. Argentina was among them, and Argentina has backed out. So presently there are 10 members, but like they had added 6 members earlier.
Thank you for correcting me, sir.
Okay. So we all have heard about Satyamev Jayate. Yes. So from where we have taken this?
Sir, Satyamev Jayate has been taken from Chandogya Upanishad. If I'm able to, or sir, I'm not sure whether it has been taken from Chandogya Upanishad or Mundak Upanishad, but it has been taken from the Upanishad, sir. It means truth always triumphs.
All right. So, what do you mean by green hydrogen?
Sir, it is mainly the hydrogen gas that is extracted from the renewable, from using the renewable energy resources. So that hydrogen is called as green hydrogen.
What processes do we follow to extract the hydrogen?
Sir, it is the electrolysis process. Basically, from water, we extract out hydrogen, and the electrolysis is carried out from a certain mechanism, and based on that mechanism, it is characterized as grey, green, or other kinds of hydrogen.
Okay. All right. So tell me which event has triggered the start of World War II and which event has led to the ending of World War II?
Sir, although the World War II had its genesis from the Versailles Treaty itself, but the immediate context of starting of the war was the German invasion of Poland. So that led to the Britain pronouncing war against Germany. Ending was, sir, if we say, was the bombing of the Hiroshima and the Nagasaki. So after that, it is considered that the war had formally ended.
All right. So when was first printing press invented and who invented it?
Sir, from what I can recall, the Portuguese invented the printing press, but I'm not sure about, it's around 14th, 15th century. But sir, I'm not sure about the exact year or.
All right. So 2023 was celebrated as International Year of Millet.
Yes, sir.
So which organization has classified this as International Year of Millet?
Sir, the UN General Assembly.
UN General Assembly. All right.
Yes, sir.
And so when we talk about millet, so does government announce MSP for millet?
Yes, sir. There are certain crops in millets which have MSP on them, like sir, jowar, bajra, maize. So these have like the government announces MSP on these crops.
So name of millet have been, let's say, like, the government of India has tried to reframe how millets are being seen in the society. So how it is known as now?
Sir, millets have been named as Shri Anna by the government.
Okay.
So it's it's a supreme food that government wants it to be recognized as. And it's superior, not inferior to other kinds of foods.
All right. So the scheme Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. So this has been initiated by the Prime Minister of India from one of the places in Haryana itself.
Yes, sir.
So can you name the place and also like what steps have been taken by government apart from giving the slogan of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao in this regard?
Sir, the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Abhiyan was started in Panipat district on 22nd of January 2015 by our Honorable Prime Minister. And the steps taken by under it was, first was the effective implementation of law for survival of the girl child. Now for that, sir, there were search and seizure operations. The kits were seized that used to determine the sex. And also there were actions taken against the clinics that were doing such kind of operations. SOPs were issued by the DGP Haryana to effectively prosecute, investigate in the cases of violation of PCP and DT Act. Second, sir, there were awareness generation campaigns like a selfie with daughter campaign, and also there was Tithi Bhojans, celebrating the girl child campaigns. So these helped in basically, sir, to create awareness for the importance of the girl child. National Girl Child Day was celebrated with are being celebrated with pomp and show. Then certain role models were also included because people tend to get influenced with the role models, and Haryana is a very good example of many female sports person coming, and that has certainly improved the situation also in many parts of the state.
All right. So you are working with NABARD.
Yes, sir.
So what role does NABARD play in ensuring that farmers get their due credit or farmers are benefited? So what do you think, what role does NABARD play in that case?
Sir, NABARD plays a role at two levels. First is the direct level, where we are directly supporting the state governments to create rural infrastructure like, sir, irrigation, roads, bridges, which is directly helping the farmers to augment their incomes and get assured water and marketing supplies and all. Second role that NABARD is playing is the refinance role. We are nudging the banks, especially the cooperative banks and the RRBs, to on-lend to farmers. So basically, we are providing concessional finance to these institutions so that they can provide credit to the farmers. Now, we have been very effective in saturating the short-term credit needs of the farmers in that. But somewhere, I believe, sir, the long-term credit needs, still there is a lot of ground to cover.
All right. So tell us something about Sukanya Samriddhi scheme.
Sir, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana is it's a kind of complementary scheme to the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Andolan. Now, in that, sir, there's a account opened in the name of girl, and certain contribution is made by the parents of that girl, and there's a very good interest rate provided on the corpus. And when the girl turns 18 years of age, the whole corpus is provided to the family of that girl, sir.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.